stranger being bullied. The millions of viewers who tune in to watch What Would You Do each week get a thrill from seeing everyday heroes like these women in action. And as the anchor of the show, I get the same thrill. The confrontation in Waco wouldn't be my last encounter with intolerance and bigotry. A year later, at a delicatessen in New Jersey, I myself jumped into the fray. As customers looked on, I pretended to be a Mexican day laborer, and speaking in broken English tried to order a sandwich. Again, the man behind the counter was an actor. "Speak English or take your pesos down the road," he snapped. "Por favor," I pleaded. "Café con un sándwich." "We're building a wall to keep you people out," he shouted. "We don't serve illegals here." Even though I knew it was all an act, the words cut through me like a knife. I asked the other customers for help, but each one turned away, giving me the cold shoulder. "I don't speak Mexican," they said time and again. One customer not only agreed with our racist man behind the counter, but also told me if I didn't leave, he would throw me out of the deli himself or call the cops. But then, just when I thought no one would step up against racism, the tide turned. All it took were the words of one compassionate customer. "He's a human being just like you and me," she said. Immediately the crowd joined in, angrily berating the racist proprietor. "This is America. We're a melting pot. Maybe you're the one who should leave." Finally, people with the courage to face down bigotry. It was as though someone had pulled the knife out. If you ask me, that's what heroism is all about. Most people think it involves dramatic events and near superhuman feats of courage. I have found that this is not the case at all. There are so many problems and challenges in the world today, and as a TV journalist I see more than my share. But lately I find myself seeking out everyday heroes, people looking to make the world a better place. I think we're all searching for them, in some way or another, and I find them wherever I go. True heroism is remarkably sober, very undramatic. It is not the urge to surpass all others at whatever cost, but the urge to serve others at whatever cost. Arthur Ashe. My family has been in the United States almost 200 years, but in many ways the first 5 generations of the Quinones family never left Mexico behind, even as they embraced the Stars and Stripes, served in the military, and paid their taxes. If you'd ever run into my mother, Maria, down in San Antonio, you might have thought she was visiting from the old country. Given her limited English and Indian features, if she were alive today, many people would probably try to have her deported. Thanks to her, I've traveled light years from my childhood. And thanks to her, that childhood remains rooted within me, giving me strength, direction, and faith. My mom was definitely my first hero. She taught me to be open enough to believe in the world's goodness, to believe in people. She taught me how to observe and learn, and in this way, I've taught myself, and now others, that there are heroes among us. I was born in 1952 on the west side of San Antonio. When my parents brought me home from the hospital, the first thing my mother did was say a prayer at her shrine of the Virgin of Guadalupe, the patron saint of Mexico. She lovingly assembled this intricate monument in the foyer of our tiny bungalow. It was a beautiful thing, maybe 5 feet tall, with a couple of crucifixes, enough candles to light a house, and a ceramic virgin with her hands clasped in prayer. It wouldn't have looked out of place in the niche of some grand cathedral. At the time, I believed it was the kind of thing everybody had in their homes. Obviously, I had much to learn. The Virgin was my mother's hero and a source of her guiding light. To her, the Virgin represented strength and hope. And this light, the one my mother taught me to look for in people, is the one that continues to guide me. I see this light all the time. It's not the stereotype one sees in movies when a person is called by the divine to rise up to heaven, nor the golden glow that surrounds an angel in a Renaissance painting. This light is nothing like that. It's this light that I see when someone picks up a $10 bill for a person who hadn't realized they had dropped it. It is present when someone says, "Excuse me," on the subway, or "Thank you,"